Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm back out here at 16829 Shileno Pl in Encino. And I'm preparing to perform the follow-up video examination of the main sewer line for Chris Preston. We were out here on the 1st of May and didn't have a standard cleanout access and weren't able to get through the line when the access available, so we recommended a main cleanout be installed and that the line be cleaned because there were some blockages and significant roots in the line. So all that has been done. Our cleanout's been put in here in the planter area just to the left of our front porch, which is where it was recommended. The line has been snaked out or cleaned out. We've got pretty good visibility. A couple of minor things here at the beginning. One, the cap doesn't have a band to seal it. It's just a rubber cap sticking on top of it. This is supposed to seal down so that it can't be just blown off if there is a blockage. Some plumbers like to do it that way, so the cap would blow off. If there is something, is a blockage in the line, the pressure will pop the cap off, and so the water will spill out into the planter area here instead of backing up into the house, but that's not the way it's supposed to be done. And then, as we drop in here, they didn't use a standard clean-out fitting. This is actually a fitting known as a sanitary T, and it's been installed on its back. So this is not really the proper application for this either, but I'm not going to make a big deal about that at this point. You'll see here I'm going to have some trouble getting the camera around this turn sometime, fairly smoothly that time. And we're going to run through a few feet of that cast iron pipe and then get into our clay right here, right about at the driveway. So we have seen this before, but this was, much of this pipe had significant roots in it, so it was really hard to see if there were any damage at the joints, any cracks or anything like that. So now that it's been cleaned out, we're going to see it pretty good. A little bit of offsetting. We've got some cracking here around some of these joints, and I've also seen a few cracks in the sections, middle of the sections of the pipe, so we'll take a look at those here as we go. Here's an example here. There's a minor stress crack in the pipe, and there's a few of those as we go through. There's our joint. There's another stress crack. And we've got another joint with some stress cracking as well. So there is quite a bit of stress on this line from these root intrusions that were in the system. This is commonly what happens when a line doesn't have a clean out and can't be standardly maintained. These roots don't get cut back on a regular basis and they start to create stress on the pipe. There's another crack there. So far these cracks I'm seeing are not really all that significant, not really enough to start saying replace a line, but in a situation like this you could be looking at potential rehabilitation of the system. Here we have a joint that actually is broken. You can see the ring closest to on the outside, it's the joint itself, and just beyond that you can see the pipe is cracked and actually settled there. You've got significant roots here along the top. So this is something that is considered a break and is going to be recommended for repair. We have located it already. It is located in the planter area that's kind of in front of the driveway, near the left side. There's a large rock there near the base of the tree. I placed a red marker flag in that area. The pipe's about 3 feet deep, so we would recommend repairing this section here, because these roots are going to continue to damage this pipe, start to break it apart, and you don't want to start washing soil, things down the sanitary sewer, creating sinkholes. So that is a more significant area of damage. Continuing down now, we're going to get to the bottom of this drop and level off. And this is where we increase to our 6-inch pipe. It's going to continue out to the public sewer near the middle of the street. The 6-inch line looks to be in pretty good shape. So that's good news. This entire thing we're looking at today is the property owner's responsibility, so I want to make sure it's good all the way to the public connection. right turn drop into our public sewer, about 60 feet from our new cleanout. All right, so basically what we're looking at, line is draining now, it's functional. The upper end here under the driveway's got some stress, some cracking, but the only thing that really going to dictate a repair on is that broken joint under the front planter area. And then one's going to want to monitor this line fairly closely. When you start seeing areas of stress cracking and stuff, those can worsen over time. This might be a situation where once the repair is done, the system could benefit from a lining system or something of that nature, but at this point that would be really considered more of an upgrade and not a real stress on doing so, but something to definitely consider for down the road. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to the written report which will accompany this video to describe our final findings and recommendations, including the maintenance recommendations. Now, we do recommend that all main sewer lines be examined after any significant seismic activity, and that main sewer lines should be examined annually to monitor for changing conditions in the system. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.
Morning. Good morning.